Welcome to this video. We are going to be making the cap that we're going to be gluing to the nose cone that then fits into the second portion of our rocket that we created that's going to house the parachute. Now what's cool about this is we're going to be creating a friction fitted cap. So that means that we won't have to glue the cap in there. We want it to be able to pop out when the explosive charge goes off on the rocket engine. So first thing we need to do is create a base that's going to be the size of the rest of our rocket. Remember, we're using 1 inch to make it a 2-inch rocket, so 1 inch radius, hit enter, and we can zoom, extend down to here, and change how we're looking at it, zoom out a little bit. And then we're going to actually use our push-pull tool. We're going to raise it up. You can raise it up to any height. I recommend keeping it under 1/4 of an inch, so that's 1/4 inches. So anything under 1/4 of an inch is what I recommend. Next, we're going to be taking our line tool and again, just creating that guiding line. So I get the red line there. So I know that I'm working exactly in the center. And then if you remember in the video where we created the portion of the rocket body that houses that, we took the measurements. If you don't remember those measurements, you're going to need to go back to the rocket body and find out what the measurement is from that blue line that's running through the origin point, it's running through the center to the distance to the inside wall of that rocket. Mine is going to be 15/16 of an inch for its radius. So I'm going to go to here. I'm clicking a random size. I'm going to type in 15/16 and hit enter. Now I don't want to go exactly to 15/16 of an inch. And I've made this one so we kind of know where we can work. I want to make it just a tiny bit smaller so that friction fit isn't super tight. The problem is if we make this 15/16 of an inch, there is a possibility on the printer that it makes it too large, the plastic extrudes incorrectly, and it doesn't fit, and then we have to do a lot of awkward sanding. So we take this 15/16 as the line that we're working with. I grab from my center point again, and you can see that when I zoom in, I can actually start adding this to a specific area. Now I'm adding mine to the 7/8 portion right there, so I know exactly where I'm working. Now I go in, I take my eraser tool, and I'm just deleting the first circle I made and the line here and line there. So now that I have this, I'm going to push-pull tool this up, and I'm going to give myself enough room to work with. So I'm going to need about 1/4 of an inch. That's going to just make sure that the cap itself stays on secure in flight. It doesn't just randomly fall off. All right, once you have this done, make sure you save it, and then we are ready to gather all of our STL files or all of our SketchUp files, and then we can put this on the printer and get these printed off. Next video is going to be showing you how to build your rocket.